Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review of Season 2, Episode 4... No, I made the mistake. It's Episode 15 of Season 2 of Call of the Night. So I made the mistake the last week when I said it was 13, but it turns out there was 13 episodes in the first season, so I made that mistake, so it's Episode 15 of Call of the Night. So yeah, I almost caught myself doing that, so... but, But episode 15 or episode 2 of season 2 of Call of the Night, um, we get introduced to this new vampire girl, which I think Meguru is been seen, right. Now I believe we saw I believe I saw her in the first season, like when it was like when Ko was talking about dealing with with couples, right? You know, guy and girl going out, right? Trying to learn these things. And it was for a brief second though. He was looking across the street and he saw his friend Mahiru going with this girl. I think that's the same girl in that brief moment we saw, and I think it's the same girl we see here now in this episode. So I think so. Which her name is Kiku, and she's a vampire, but she hasn't told him Meharu about it though, but she wants to when the timing is right though. And when Ko wants to try to just talk to her, hey, you should tell him straight away, be honest, right? And when we first met here, right, and when she goes to shake her hand, he kind of like sensed like murderous vampire he kind of sensed like vampire murderous intent, right? So he goes and runs away from her because like, what was that, right? And then she stops him and says, "Hey, I want to tell him that I'm a vampire. I want to tell him when the timing is right, though." And he says, "Oh, I have no intention of turning him or sucking his blood. Oh, despite the fact she's had like 50 off she had like 50 offspring if so, but Koa tells her you should be able to straight out tell the truth, right? And she gives that murderous stare at him again. Is like, what did I just say? I want to do it just do it my way and when the timing is right. She just stares at him and just like, and it looks like and she's like she sees the bite mark that Ko has, right? Because he knows that a vampire's been feeding off of him, and it looks like she was about to go and take a bite at suck his blood though, but that's when Meru comes in, right? And so, and now she blames now she blames Ko for things she overheard. That it's like, hey, let's just stop seeing each other. I'm a vampire. Let's stop seeing each other. In a way, she was kind of in a way she implies like, but it's like this is like Ko, this is all your fault, and maybe Ko was kind of was blaming himself because he's like, oh wait, did I just end the relationship because I just jumped the gun too much. But Mamoru doesn't matter because she accepts that she's a vampire and she wants to be with her. He wants to be with her, and he wants her to turn into a vampire, be her offspring. He likes her, so, and just kind of like, despite the fact she had like 50 offsprings or so, she does kind of almost have the same feeling towards him. So by doing so, Mahiru wants to learn more about this about how becoming a vampire. So, like he tells Ko like he knows like the basic necessities, right? So Ko calls in for some other help, right? And he calls in Akun, or he called Mr. Drago. He was nicknamed him because because in the last season he was seeing Siri, right? And he was kind of went away. Like, I was like stalking her. Was leaving all those texts, blowing up her phone with texts, right? Until like I had told her that he had feelings for her. He fell in love with her, and so Siri made him her offspring, and then he became a vampire. And so Ko still calls him Mr. Drago still, but he's like, please call me Akun. And he's dressing up more cooler now. Even though he's a vampire, he does not need the glasses, but he's wearing glasses still with no lens in them because wearing glasses seems natural for him. So he keeps them on despite with no lenses in there. So they all plan to go to this bath, and Haska is there, and Haska the Mamoru and Akram they're surprised to see that Haska is a guy because the way he dresses and the way he looks, his hair and all that. First, they think he's a girl, but that's why they all four wore the bat together. When he goes running, covering it, well, basically running with like, oh, I saw parts. Why do you? He's basically, why did you tell me he was a guy? I mean, it's like, well, what Ko was saying is just like, because of how the way he dresses and the way his hair looks, because he. so Ko's in the sauna with Haska while Aku's talking with Hamaru in the bath. Like Aku's giving advice like, oh, it's the love train, just but wait for time, build it up, right, and that she'll eventually come to you. And then with Haska talking with Ko, regarding about that, so, and they all seems to be okay, together, and then, they'll be seem to be into this together since, first Haska first didn't trust Mamoru because he knows about the vampires, but it's once he smelled he smelled Mamoru because he's been around a vampire, so it's like, oh, okay, so you're perfectly okay because you're like Ko now. And then he explains to Ko that Kiko has like 50 offspring, so over the time. So, but the time they get out of the bath, right? And guess who's there waiting for him? It's waiting for them. It's our private detective Akon. Yep, and she's just sitting there with just her feet on the desk, just reading that book that they have in, and it's like, uh-oh. It's like, hey, Ko, or she's calling him by his last name, but I just call him by his first name, Ko. But it's like, you little. She calls him you little liar, because of Akun, because in the back of the first season she showed him the picture. Hey, have you seen this boy? And he didn't quite say anything. He's like, no, I don't. And there is in the bath with them, coming out of the bath with him. And now he's like, uh-oh. He got busted. She found out. That's why he says, oh, you little liar. And give him that crazy eye, It's like since she has like dead black eyes, right? She has that swirly look in her eye, indicating that crazy look. It's like in Food Wars with Aaron and Akari's father, Azumi and Akari, since he has like dead black eyes too. You see like the same crazy eyed swirl in his eye. It's kind of it instantly reminded me of that because since Akun has black eyes, and you see like when you see the up close camera look of her eye pupil right with the swirls inside, indicating that she has that crazy look. It just instantly reminded me of Azumi Nakari from Food Wars, since Aaron, his father, has like the same thing, right? So I just found that funny. I'm just making a comparison because it was the same thing with that in Food Wars with Azumi Nakari. But yeah, but she found out though, so, and it's like, calling Ko, you were a liar, you knew. So what's gonna happen? Because if she knows that he's a vampire, and that's because you know how much she hates vampires and she hunts them. So now, like I said, I haven't read anything further, but I just know the little bit history with Akun and Nazuna. So I didn't read anything else further in the manga. So so what are they gonna do now? So are they gonna run, or they're gonna stand there and talk again? So, but I'm like, uh-oh. She found out. Uh-oh. So, but yeah, but it was still enjoyable. Still enjoyable episode. Like, nice. We get a nice overhead shot of the sky of the city. It's still a nice looking purple. And once again, we do see a 10-second shot of those 3 drunk guys again. So, but yeah, but still, and I can deal. It's like that. Nazuna is absent this episode. Doesn't have to be though. It's like what back in when I was doing my review of the last I forgot what was the season where the main character was absent though. So it doesn't have to be a focus on all the main characters all the time. So I'm totally fine with Naza being absent in this episode, just because it's focusing more on Mahiru, right? Just like how in the last one it was like Dun Dun Dun, it's focused on Gigi, right, more than the actual main character. So this is this is focused on mainly on Mahiru. So, but yeah, still enjoyable episode. Call of Night episode 2 or episode 15. Still still a good episode. But now that Akun is onto them, is onto them. So, see what happens. Thanks for watching, and we'll stay tuned on the next episode review. Later.